Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor who ruled with inner peace. Imagine being the most powerful person in the world, emperor of the largest empire on earth. Now imagine using that power not to chase luxury or glory, but to study philosophy, discipline your thoughts, and quietly write down your fears and hopes. This was Marcus Aurelius, a warrior, emperor, philosopher, and a humble man of immense strength. Welcome to the life of the last of the five good emperors. This is the story of a man who ruled Rome and mastered himself. Marcus Aurelius was born in 121 AD in Rome, into a wealthy, noble family. His full name was Marcus Annius Verus. His family was well connected, with strong political ties to emperors. But even as a boy, Marcus stood apart. He preferred simplicity, discipline, and learning over comfort and games. By the age of 11, he began wearing rough clothing and sleeping on the floor to toughen himself. His inner strength was already growing. The Emperor Hadrian took notice of him early on. When Hadrian chose Antoninus, Pius as his successor, he made it a condition that Antoninus adopt Marcus. This made Marcus the heir to the Roman throne. But Marcus didn't rush to power. He prepared. He studied rhetoric, law, and especially Stoic philosophy, the teachings that would shape his life and leadership. From his teenage years, Marcus was deeply drawn to philosophy. His tutors included Junius Rusticus, who introduced him to the teachings of Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher and former slave. Epictetus taught that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. Marcus took this to heart. He practiced self-control, humility, and gratitude. He avoided excess, wealth, or ego. Even as he rose in power, he stayed grounded. He wrote in Meditations, "Don't hanker after what you don't have. Instead, fix your attentions on the finest and best that you have, and imagine how much you would long for these if they weren't in your possession." He was being trained not just to be an emperor, but to be a wise human being. In 161 AD, Marcus Aurelius became emperor at age 40. He insisted on sharing power with Lucius Verus, his adoptive brother, a rare act of humility in ancient Rome. But peace did not await him. War broke out in the east with the Parthian Empire. A deadly plague, later known as the Antonine Plague, spread across the empire. Germanic tribes attacked the Roman borders. Yet through all this, Marcus led not from a golden throne, but from the field. He marched with his soldiers, lived as they lived, and endured the same hardships. In these moments during long campaigns, he began writing a personal journal, never meant for the world. This journal would later become the famous Meditations. Meditations is not a book of rules. It's a conversation Marcus had with himself, a reminder to stay calm, kind, and wise, even in chaos. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." His words reflect his struggles with anger and ego, his effort to practice compassion, his fear of death and desire to live rightly. In another passage, he says, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." He wasn't perfect. He doubted, he hurt, he questioned, but he always returned to virtue, the only true good for a Stoic. Most of Marcus's reign was spent at war. He battled Germanic tribes along the Danube frontier for years. These were brutal campaigns and harsh winters. But Marcus remained steady. He focused on justice, making sure conquered peoples were treated fairly. Even during war, he avoided cruelty. He refused to indulge in personal luxury or vengeance. His leadership inspired loyalty in his troops. He was not only respected, he was loved. His stoicism wasn't theoretical. He lived it. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. That was how he led, by example. Let's pause to explore some of the Stoic teachings Marcus practiced. 1. Live according to nature. Nature is change. Death is natural. Accept it. Live in harmony with reason, not emotion. 2. Accept what you cannot control. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. He believed peace comes not from controlling the world, but from mastering the mind. 3. Practice virtue. For Marcus, real success was wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, waste. No more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. 4. Memento mori. Remember death. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. This reminder helped him stay present and live fully with humility and purpose. In 180 AD, Marcus Aurelius died in the city of Vindobona, present-day Vienna, while still leading his army. He was 58 years old. His son, Commodus, became emperor, and the golden era of Rome would soon fade. But Marcus's legacy did not. He wasn't remembered for his conquests or palaces. He was remembered for his words, his strength, his inner empire. To this day, Meditations remains one of the most read books by world leaders, athletes, thinkers, and seekers of truth. Because in Marcus, we don't just see a ruler. We see a man who fought not just enemies, but his own ego, anger, and fear, and often won. Closing. Life lessons from the Stoic emperors. What can we learn from Marcus Aurelius today? In a world full of stress and noise, he teaches us to slow down. In a culture chasing fame, he teaches us to seek virtue. In times of pain or failure, he reminds us, the obstacle is the way. Be present. Be humble. Be strong in the soul. Thank you for watching this journey through the life and wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. If his story inspired you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs these timeless lessons. What's your favorite Marcus Aurelius quote? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to hit the bell for more stories from philosophy, psychology, and timeless wisdom.